Awakening, aka out of body experience. All right. The serpent began at my root chakra and it slowly worked its way up to my crown chakra. So I felt my solar plexus and my heart chakra charging up the most at that point. So my body was glowing with yellow and green light. Like my aura had this yellow and green tone to it. So my entire body felt radiant and I felt like a dancing star, like in the night sky. Like I really felt like I was sparkling, like my entire being was beaming. So at first, a little demon tried to come in, tried to shake some shit up, but I quickly like kicked the demon out. I quickly got rid of that demon. So it was like my higher self fought it off. Like I see myself. It resembled Aang, like off Avatar, The Last Airbender, like how Aang gets into his meditative state and he gets to talk to all of his ancestors and they help him in the physical realm. So he meditates and goes to the metaphysical realm, and then when he comes out, he's able to better function and do what he needs to do in the physical realm. So yeah, that's how it was. That's what's really crazy, is that I felt like Aang throughout my meditation, like because when he goes into his meditative state, all of his chakras are unlocked, like one by one, go up the spine, just like the serpent. So all right, I'm reading my notes, by the way, because it's a lot and I don't want to lose track or whatever. So okay, so another way I knew that spirit was working with me is the fact that one of my AirPods went dead. Like it went dead as I was meditating. However, I was able to completely get through the video. It kept playing. So it's like, I feel like that indicated that I was super charged up at the time, because when something is dead, it's dead. So I felt like I myself was charging up that AirPod in order for me to get through that meditation. My higher self, my spirits, and my ancestors wanted me to get through that meditation. As far as my chakra points, I felt my third eye charging the most. Like I felt my thoughts and myself changing as my Kundalini rose. I seen the stars move in the sky. Like I literally seen the constellations moving. So I basically died during this meditation. Like as it was happening, I was a little nervous. However, I didn't cease the meditation because I wanted to continue to witness the magic. So it was a truly amazing experience. Like as the meditation ended, I looked up into the night sky and I stargazed. And while I was stargazing, I seen 2 shooting stars. So shortly after I made my wish, this feeling came over me. Like I was unable to blink and I was close to or not breathing at all. Like I was inhaling. I was inhaling this whole time. I'm just inhaling. And like I was still sitting upright in the chair. Like this is happening while I'm sitting down. Like I'm inhaling this deep inhale. It's called mindful breathing, by the way, but that's another topic for another day. So yeah, so I was mesmerized by the stars, and like all of a sudden my body began to shake as if I was catching a seizure, like uncontrollably shaking. Like it was mad. So it's like, oh, by the way, that's not the first time that happened to me, so I wasn't shocked or anything. It happens during like deep meditative practices. Those type of things tend to happen because your body is just, whew, it's just elsewhere. But let me finish. So the first time that happened to me was like 2 months prior to this Kundalini meditation, and I was like laying down in my bed and I seen visions of a lot of cartoon characters. It was like, it was trippy. It was trippy. And I was laying down meditating and my body started shaking uncontrollably. And I started getting a lot of downloads, and that's when I got the message that I'm a witch now, and a lot of things were coming to me and I was accepting it and I was taking heed to it as my body was shaking. And once those downloads and those visions were done for the day, then my body calmed down. I was returned back to my center. Nothing you can do about that besides let it pass. And it's not a bad thing. It's just part of your meditation. And it's also something that needs to be embraced. Like, please don't be afraid of what happens to you during your meditative practices. Accept and embrace all that comes to you, because it is part of your purpose, it is part of your journey, and it's going to help you along the way. So do not be afraid of your higher self, please. All right. And then as I shook, I received messages from my mama and my higher self as far as what it is I'm meant to be doing here in this physical realm. And that is to heal and spread the light, be a light being, be a earth angel on this earth. Encourage and motivate others to tap into themselves, to get into meditation, to awaken, to reach for your higher self and be the best you could possibly be. So, as my body shook, my arms, they started to like raise up slowly but surely, as if I was giving praise, which I should. You should give praise anyway. But yeah, so involuntarily, I'm talking about, all of this has happened to me. Like my arms are just moving up and I'm shaking. Like I'm shaking and I'm still inhaling. Like, this is how my body was moving. This is me, like, doing a deep inhale and I'm shaking. It was more than this, but I'm just giving y'all a little reference or whatever. So, it's a lot. So, let me see where I'm at. Excuse me. I went down after I finished with this motion. It's like my body started caving into itself. It's like you couldn't think of a serpent eating itself as a reference, as far as what I'm trying to explain to y'all. Like, my body started caving in and everything just was illuminated, and I was just I just felt everything, and I'm just y'all gotta experience it. It's just something. I'm explaining this to y'all the best way I know how, but it's really to be felt. Like I said before, everything is meant to be felt through. Anyway, I was able to exhale once the meditation ended. Keep in mind, I told y'all, like, this entire time I was inhaling. And once everything was done, once the meditation ended, that's when I was able to exhale and return to my body. Like, I was holding in this deep inhale. So for a while, like, I was actually out of my body. Like, I felt my spirit floating in the ether as this was happening. And as I returned to my physical body, my heart chakra was beaming and I felt like a brand new person. So that was one hell of an experience for me on my journey. And if anybody has ever experienced this type of out-of-body experience, or this Kundalini Awakening, if you know what Kundalini is, if you're aware of that, if you are on your healing journey, comment below, share your stories with me, share it with others, just share it, period. And let the collective know, let your soul family know, because I'm doing this for my soul family, by the way. Like, I know others out there are experiencing things similar or close to what I'm experiencing. And I want to connect more with my soul family. So when you see this is when you are meant to see this.